Joyce, thank you very much for joining us tonight. I have to say, reading these legal filings today was like reading about what the filings would have been, it feels like, if Timothy McVeigh had been caught in advance.
I think that's exactly the feeling that you get here. This is a big arsenal that these two had amassed. They've got 5 pipe bombs. They've got fully automatic weapons. They've got 45 to 50 guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition. If this is how you entertain yourself, well, that means that you're a criminal. And to your point, Tim McVeigh, who is the touchstone for so many of these people, they all use the anarchist's cookbook as a way to figure out how to make their devices and how to target their locations. And they all look back to Timothy McVeigh with this singular focus on using violence to overthrow the government and using their own acts of violence to radicalize other people to their cause.
I just want to put up on the screen an image that was included in the criminal complaint filed in court of this white privilege card that Ian Rogers had. He had this in his home. This was part of what was collected in the raid. The white privilege card trumps everything. This is what these people believe in. Joyce, it seems to me that as witnesses against and about themselves, they are very clear.
They don't make any bones about their ideology. They don't make any bones about their allegiance to the former president. The difficult issue here, and I think, Lawrence, you're right to say it may not be untangled in the criminal justice system, is not just what their motivation is, but also whether or not the former president holds some share of responsibility for their conduct, not in the obvious sense, because we can all look at this ongoing course of conduct and Trump's failure to moderate his rhetoric over time after he knew time and time again people were motivated to violence by his words. But whether there will ever be any legal accountability is still the open question here.
Yeah, I mean, so the FBI caught these guys and caught them in advance of what they were plotting to do. And that just feels lucky, Joyce. I have to say, it just feels like great work. Fantastic that they did that. But it's hard to believe that these were the only two and that Democratic building in Sacramento is the only building that anybody like this might be targeting.
The FBI has a really tough job here playing defense, and I've been involved in this work for many years. You have to make the arrests in this case before they're actually able to blow up the Democratic headquarters in Sacramento. And then you've got to go back out there the next day and start worrying about the next guys that are coming at you with bombs and guns. It's a tough job. It's encouraging that the FBI caught these two. There seems to have been newly enhanced recognition at the Bureau and in U.S. attorneys' offices and in Maine Justice of the importance of focusing on domestic terrorism. It's, far too easy for us to focus on foreign terrorism at the expense of domestic terrorism. If you had found a jihadist with this kind of firepower, with 5 pipe bombs, everyone would have been up in arms. But we have a regrettable tendency to give the white supremacists a pass. Maybe they look a little bit too much like us or a little bit too much like law enforcement. They don't seem as threatening, but these people pose a deadly threat to our country. We are fortunate that the FBI won today.